Hey guys! I wasn't planning on doing this, but you really wanted it, so I'm back with another video about my AP class experience, specifically the dreaded AP Biology story. Golly! Just a quick disclaimer, AP Bio was actually really fun, and I don't blame anyone for the problems that occurred during that year. It was all a big mess, but I got a 4 on the exam, so we're all good. It all began at the end of my sophomore year. My biology teacher suggested for me to take AP Bio since I had such an awesome time learning about the basics of biology. I was so excited, partially because of the fact that I just love science courses overall, and dang, learning about how everything works is just so cool! And I decided to sign up for it. Everything was fine in the beginning. We had summer homework, which was a huge pain, but I managed to do on time. But when we walked into the classroom on the first day, bam! Pregnant teacher. Pregnant? Yeah. And her baby was due either before or after winter break. I don't actually remember. She would have to take a few months of maternity leave after having her baby, but our teacher promised from the bottom of her heart that she would come back and review with us in April for the exam in May, and that she interviewed a perfect substitute teacher to fill in for the time she would be gone. It was a little unnerving knowing what I had signed myself up for, but by golly, I worked hard on that summer homework and there was no way I was gonna let that go to waste. This news also meant that we only had a few months with her before she had to take that well-deserved maternity leave. We crammed so hard, spending weeks on studying everything from enzymes to Okazaki fragments as much as possible. I learned more about biology in those few months than I have ever learned in my life. Then she left to go have her baby. What a cutie. The only problem was the scheduling for the substitute teacher was a bit off. So we had a substitute teacher for about a month. Whoa. Subception. Oh, golly gee goodness. Bless that poor woman's soul. She had no experience in teaching AP biology, or really any biology for that matter, because she was an art major. Don't get me wrong, I love art majors. They're super cool and I respect every one of them. But that poor woman. She tried to go through the slideshow presentations that our teacher left, but nobody, especially her, had a clue what the heck we were doing in that class. Multiple times it was like, excuse me, what exactly does this mean? I have no idea where to start. All I know is that I shouldn't be teaching this class. I'm so sorry you guys got stuck with me. You deserve so much better. I googled it last night and tried to learn about it as much as I could, but I just don't understand it. Sure, we didn't learn much, but at least she was honest. She was actually hired later as our new art teacher, so it's all cool. Until the scheduled substitute teacher arrived. Straight out of college, majoring in biology, probably looking for some job experience. You know, she was pretty alright. Except for the fact that she also had no idea what was going on. She tried to act like she did, but everyone knew that deep down, she had no clue what the heck we had to do to get prepared for that exam. She also tended to mispronounce words a lot, which made the experience 100 times more confusing. Homogeneous was probably my favorite pronunciation. I have to give her credit, though, because she sincerely tried to make that class as fun as possible. She regularly brought in snacks, especially for projects. Like, one time she had us make a diagram of DNA replication entirely out of candy, which she paid for all out of her own pocket. Gosh bless her soul. And then we got to gorge ourselves on it right before lunch. But let me tell you, it's pretty hard to feel confident about taking an AP exam when you haven't seen your intended teacher for over half of the year. So I'd be lying if I said we weren't thrilled to see our AP Bio teacher come back in April. And, she did. Just not for as long as we wanted her to. She came back one day, baby in hand, and got us all to quiet down before revealing that she got a new job. And they wanted her to get started working there as soon as humanly possible. Wait, what? Students were literally crying that day. I mean, I'm happy for her. She now has a job she loves and a beautiful baby boy. But please, you were our only hope. So we dragged ourselves through the rest of the year, managing to get halfway through the coursework we intended to cover, and crammed as much information as our poor hearts could take in the final days before the exam. Let me tell you, that exam day was the most anxious day I have ever experienced in my life. Forget every time I've had to talk in front of people. Forget that time I auditioned for the school play. Forget that one time the AP Chem teacher showed my Lazy Town parody in front of his entire class. I'm looking at you, bike man. Forget everything. Those 24 hours of waking up, going to school, taking that exam, and trying to sit still in class waiting for the end of the day were the most excruciatingly anxious moments I have ever experienced in my life. After that, it was all downhill from there. We spent the rest of May just watching funny movies and making haikus, so it all ended pretty well. It was just... that year was probably the most stressful AP experience I ever had. Again, not blaming anyone for what went down. I understand everyone's circumstances that led to it, and both of the substitute teachers were incredibly nice, but holy moly was that a trip. I hope you enjoyed this long rant. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm just gonna go lie down. By golly, was that a lot to animate. If you like this video, show me some love and hit that subscribe button. The Libroti squad is almost at 50 bros! Whoa! If you want to see your fan art at the end of this video, like this one, feel free to send me some. Details are in the description. Also, thanks to everyone who requested this, and I hope you enjoyed it, you nerds. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Pizza out.